Hello everybody, how are we? My name is Unicorn Pandu. Welcome back to another video. And Chantal uploaded another mukbang. Wonderful. And it's called barbecue chicken and rice and rice and fries. I thought it was only rice. Excuse me, it's also fries. God help me. And eggplant, so no baba ganoush cake. Great. It's home cooked, so it's obviously healthier. Mukbang and story time. Oh boy, let me run off to see what Chantal, I guess, has to say today, shall we? With this amazing story that she has prepared for us. My expectations are in hell, if you're wondering.
Hello, foodie beauties. Well, hello guys. Welcome back to another video. Today's dinner I made myself. I have some barbecue chicken with onions, some rice with vermicelli, and some fried eggplant and hot peppers, some yogurt, some hot sauce.
Okay, excuse me. She did typo. It's not fries, it's fried eggplant. I see. Excuse me.
And a diet peach iced tea, or zero sugar peach iced tea, whatever. Bismillah. Oops, would help to open it. Wouldn't it?
I don't know. Would you like some, food with your sauce, ma'am?
This hot sauce is like my ketchup. Now, I know people were complaining about how big my spoon was, so I found a smaller spoon. But also, I don't like the metal sounds, so...
I mean, there's that, but, also, if you're gonna be trolling, might as well commit, honestly.
Alright, I'm gonna try this eggplant. I fried this myself. And let's see with the rice what it tastes like. Yeah. I put a little bit of salt and cumin on it.
Okay there, Martha Stewart. Don't get any, big ideas there. You might add pepper next time.
This is a huge piece of chicken. Beauty bite.
Still wondering where the beauty in that bite is supposed to be. I never see it. Oh my god. It's so good, guys. It's just carbs. Great. Like I said, oh, that's the thumbnail if I've ever seen one. Oh Lord, that is more passion than we have ever seen with her man. Wonderful.
So I want to tell you a story. Sorry if you hear hallway noises, but it's prime time right now here. It's evening, the sun's out, people are coming out like, yay, no more heat. Anyway, so I told this story a long time ago, but I know you're thinking all your stories are from childhood. Well, for the past 7 years, I lived my life on camera, so you have to remember a lot of story times were live. But
which are all magically deleted now. Isn't that weird? Anyways,
I did tell a lot of stories about my teenage years, early adulthood. A lot of them I can't tell. My childhood was more innocent, okay? So
okay, I gave her a bit to speed up. I'm speeding her up to 1.5 because I can genuinely. I'm at this point. I'm like, okay, story. When's the story? Story time? Anytime? And I'm ready for it. Can we get to it? No. Okay, I'm speeding you up.
I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I wanted to ask her details. So a bit of the details might be a bit different.
AKA, I probably forgot and I don't feel like going back to listen to the story I gave. So if it's different than what I've told originally, that's why.
So, chicken breast. So when I was growing up, I remember we moved to this. I was a kid. I don't remember exactly how old, but maybe 8, something like that. We moved to this really brand new, nice apartment.
Wow, great story time so far.
The food is fire. Those kids playing in the hall. Anyway, so what happened was we moved in. I sometimes still even drive by it when I go to Cornwall, my hometown. It's an older building now, and there's newer ones built around it. I remember one night my mother and I were alone. My stepdad was working, and I didn't want to go to sleep. I was having trouble going to sleep. I was always like that. Just 10 more minutes, just 10 more minutes. Never wanted to go to bed. I like staying up late. So my mom put on a movie, one of my favorites, Sleeping Beauty, the original Disney one, to try to get me to be sleepy. And the story just creeps me out to this day when I think about it.
Again, whenever you want to tell us, minus the... I would be so blessed.
All of a sudden, we hear a knock at the door. And as soon as the knock happened, I could tell my mother was afraid. She was like, what? Who's knocking at her door at this hour? So she was like, who is it? And there was no answer. And the knocking continued. And there was no answer. And we were both like, what the heck, My mom must have been really afraid. Like we had a keyhole, like we could see through like a key, like an eye hole, and see out into the, not a keyhole, but you know those things you look in to see who's in the hall. It's like she was too afraid to approach the door.
You mean the peephole? Like one of those?
Or something. But finally she did, and she looked out and she was like, oh, like I saw some relief on her, and I was like super curious. Who is it? The barbecue with the onions.
Oh my, not the barbecue with the onions. I knew it was gonna be them. Anyways. I know, the second that like the high of her knowing that she was gonna be eating food wore off, oh lord, she has been miserable, bitch. Alright.
So she opens the door, and I'm like, oh, must be someone she knows. And it was this nice man, like a neighbor. A very calm guy. And I remember him like in a calm voice saying, I'm just knocking to see if you guys are okay and let you know that there's this man that was walking, that was like pacing out front of your door, your apartment door. And it looked weird and suspicious.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused. So there's a knock at the door. Her mom goes, who is it? There's no answer, but yet he's outside of the door already saying that there was a man pacing. But, like, you're making it worse by also not saying who it is and probably freaking them out more if they notice that there was a man. There's a lot of, like, loopholes in the story already.
My mom was like, what? You know, she was like, obviously startled and afraid by that. And she was like, my husband's gonna be home soon. I imagine she was saying that out loud to deter, like, in case the guy was still in the building somewhere, now that I think about it.
Was he in earshot of, like, the door or something? Again, there's a lot of weird things with the story. I don't think I've ever heard this story before, ever, so...
Am I gonna eat this?
Or was she just like, oh yeah, my husband's going to be home soon. That's really scary. Which, I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, but just... This story makes absolutely no sense.
My stepdad did come home not long after. And my mom was like freaked out. But it never happened again. And it makes me wonder, like, was the neighbor like the culprit the whole time? Like, was he like just making up some story?
And that's my first assumption.
I had to talk to my mom. I don't know, because after she said, like, my husband, he kind of didn't really talk to her anymore after that. I don't know. It was weird. But that's what happened. Or what we remember.
Her tooth is really screwed up, and so she has a really hard time chewing. Because if you guys really think about it, like genuinely, if you guys haven't noticed yet, what kind of food does Chantal like the most? Like, just think about that for a second. Like, really think. Soft foods. She likes really soft, very manageable, easy to chew, easy to swallow foods. So if you actually add anything that requires her to chew, she usually like this, and also with like chicken tenders and stuff, it's harder for her to chew.
Oh, I bit my lip ring scar. I used to have a lip ring long ago.
I also, huh? What was that? I've never heard her ever mention anything about a lip ring.
Here, like a hoop. And there's a scar inside my mouth. And sometimes I accidentally bite it.
Yeah, a whole whopping 1 times that we've ever known her eating on this channel really fast. I mean, I do have her sped up, but like, I've never ever heard her once mention ever about any sort of lip ring, yet alone a scar for it. That's suspicious.
Anyways, guys, I'm so full.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, is there anything at the end of this? Because I'm like, okay, great, we're done. Okay, we're not done. So let me just skip to here and see.
I don't know. But it's delicious. And eggplant is really good for you. I don't know about the fried.
Oh, yeah, it's really good for you with the, you know, like the serving of rice that you had. So healthy for you. I'm not here for it today.
It creeps me out. I don't know. I was really scared because,
Okay, no. Okay.
I don't know. No, it wasn't from Florida. My step-grandmother, I think, bought it for me. It was a polar bear, and it smelled like coconut, and it was a soap. And I had it on my dresser, and it smelled up my entire room. That was a nice place, a nice apartment. Yeah.
Okay.
I cooked them in butter, like just a couple tablespoons.
So that would be a no when it comes to anything else. All right, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.